Hi, it's Xavier down the bottom of the garden. Just a quick update on Satsuki. I've mentioned in one of my shorts that, not my shorts, so why I wouldn't talk about anything in my shorts, but I did the Peter Chan experiment, and here's an example here. Cut this one right back, and then if we get a chance to look at one of them in greater detail, so I can show you those buds. Just concentrate down here. There we go, this is one of the branches. So we've got this branch here, like all of them, has got absolutely loads and loads of little buds on them. So all I need to do, look at that, is I've got on this one here 1, 2, 3, so I might actually take that one off. Got 1, 2, 3, low down here I've got 2 from the base there, and I've got another one there, so I'm going to take that one off. Coming down here I've got a lower one that's going to come from right here. That one I'll want. There's one on top, I'll rub that off. In the base here I don't want anything there, so I'll rub them out. Same here, something coming from that great tool for this crotch there, so we'll rub that off. I don't want anything. Do I want anything from there? I'm not sure. No, probably want something. There's one here that's coming, so that's what I really want. I don't want that one there, so I'll get rid of that one. There's another one. So we've got all this lovely growth. We're happy. We're going to let this go for now. We've reduced a few of them there, but truthfully you could also just leave them. And I'm just going to go around, because what I want is it only to put out energy where I want it. Now we've got a lower one here. Now the way this is set up, I could actually have this coming out, because I may actually shorten this. So I'm going to keep that going, and just let these go and flush out, because the other thing is while we're getting lots of green growth, what we're also giving the tree a chance to do is to gather energy for the roots, vascular growth, but also all this new growth is where your flowers are going to be produced from for next year. Now here we've got, this is what I wanted. I've got a bud this side and this side, absolutely perfect, and then I've got something coming up higher. I don't know whether I want to keep that one up, but it's going to give, if I have stuff growing up here, that's going to fill in that area there. And again, I've got little buds there from a cut site that I did, and basically everywhere on this tree that I cut, here, on these branches here, I cut all these. We've actually got quite a number of different shoots going. Up higher up we've got lots of shoots, and what I can do is cut back a little bit, but what I am actually going to do is leave them. I'm going to let all those shoots run, and then I can do some proper shoot selection when they're more mature next year. So that's what we're talking about, and that is what I would call an extremely successful demonstration of the Peter Chan school of light pruning of Satsuki Azalea. And that's for how I'm going to care for them now. I mean, we're definitely into the starting to get the cooler temperatures, and the roots are more delicate on the Satsuki Azalea, so we do have to think about that. All of them have got 5, 6, 7 pellets of biogold in the soil. I know you all want to see my face, really, and that's to give it an additional boost. I want to get as much energy being fed in to try and maximize growth, maximize vascular growth. But you don't need to put fertilizer in any of these. The tree needs light and water, and we'll do happily on that. It may not go massively big, but if you haven't got anything, you don't need to worry. It will still do fine. As for the care, as we get colder and colder, you want to watch out for mold or mulch on top of the surface. You don't want this sitting in damp, soggy conditions, because the roots will rot, and also you don't want the roots to freeze. So in essence, in countries like England, where it rains a lot apart from when we're in drought, I tend to keep them out of direct rain. Although this is a very free draining soil, what I don't want to do is to risk rot in the roots. So These will go into the cold frame, say it's not heated, and I will water them as and when it looks like it needs it. You know, in the sort of December, January, February, or January definitely, you know, they may get watered once, well, to be honest, once every 2 weeks, once a month, once every 3 weeks. It depends. You need to be able to put them where you can look and see them. You still want them to get good ventilation, good airflow, and if definitely your biggest sign is if temperatures start dropping anywhere near the freezing point, get them in the cold frame. I've had these out through winter, and I've had them covered in snow, and I've had them iced up, but that might be why these have taken so long to start doing well. It's only now they're really starting to look great. This is the first season where I'm really quite happy with them. So, you know, these are probably one of the first ones that I'll get them in a sheltered environment, sheltered from the rains, sheltered from the frost and the cold, and then water as the soil appears. Whenever you get mulch on the soil surface, remove it, and try and reduce at all the risk of any sort of stagnant water or mold growing on the top. And yeah, and the next time I'll look at them will probably be in the sort of early March time. So that's me from the azalea side. To be perfectly honest, I'm not an expert. If I was going to tell you to go to any guide for most stuff, you've got to look at Harry Harrington, Bonsai for Me, on his website. You know, I know there are lots of others that probably say stuff, but of all of the different professional websites, his species guide and care guide is absolutely top notch, and don't be surprised if a lot of what I'm telling you seems to be a lift from him, through experience. But you know, he's a professional for a reason. He knows what he's doing. So that's my recommendation for your Satsukis right now. Just remember, any of the new growth now is where your flowers should be coming from next year, so you don't really want to be removing it. So from Xavier down the bottom of the garden with his Satsuki azaleas. Oh, I've got to show you something. Anyone remember this one? This is Elaeagnus. Surprised not many views on the thing, but it's a reasonably well-known bonsai species. But since I've learnt the proper techniques with it, and that's come from Ryan Neal, this thing's absolutely throwing it out there. So I'll let this go, and then do a full defoliation early next spring. Anyway, enough of that. Happy bonsai and God bless. Cheers.